Hello, really good to see you here because this video is for you. And this week we are going to be using my paper beading tools and the template that I've designed. To start off with, I'm using this stamp pad, multicoloured stamp pad, to colour some paper. And there's my final design. So the next thing I'm going to do is put some strips of sticky glue tape on the back of the template. You see me here using the removable double-sided sticky, and I am putting it on the whole template, but you really only need to put it onto the part that you're actually using. And in this case I am using the 1-inch template. You can either cut this out with a craft knife and a ruler, or as I'm going to do here, with scissors. So there's my 1-inch strip, and I'm using the stamp pad again to just put some colour on the edges so that they don't come up white when I roll the bead. The bead strips on the right here are the ones that have been cut out using the template, and the strips on the left have been cut out from the bits that are left over, if that makes sense. You don't need to discard these, you can still use these. In fact, I have used these in the project. And these are the two bead tools that I designed and manufacture myself. And I also sell these in my Etsy shop. There's a 5mm and a 3mm. I'll talk about those later on. So what you need to do once you have got the paper into the slot, you need to kind of bend the strip forward slightly, sort of pushing it with your index finger. You really kind of roll the shaft in between your thumb and index finger to make sure that the paper is thoroughly caught in there. So although you are rolling with your right hand, if you're right-handed, you're rolling the handle. At this stage, right at the beginning, you're actually rolling the shaft in between your thumb and your forefinger. It's really difficult to explain. If you have one of these tools, and when you start to use it, you will see what I mean. You have to nip that shaft and kind of roll it between your thumb and forefinger in order to get the paper trapped into the slot so that it won't slide out. Now once you have got that trapped there, you can then start to take over the rolling with your right hand, or whichever hand you use to control the handle. And then you can use your other hand to make sure that you pull what's left of the strip as you roll. You pull that taut, and you can also kind of adjust very, very slightly from side to side. If you're not rolling your strip dead centre like you should do, if you can see that it's going off on one side or the other, you can use your left hand to kind of pull the strip taut and just adjust slightly to one side or the other. It sounds complicated, but it really isn't. Once you get used to using these and rolling, it just becomes instinctual, and it's a bit like driving a car. Once you learn, you don't really think about what you're doing, you just do it. So once you get to the end, you need to use a glue stick to stick the end down. The glue stick that I used in this project I really should have thrown it away and used a fresh one, because some of mine did come unstuck and I had to re-stick them. So make sure that you use a fresh glue stick. So this is what your finished bead should look like. It should be even on either side and finish dead centre. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't. You can always adjust the bead even once you've got it off the shaft. You can still adjust it. I'm just going to show you quickly here if you're using the 5mm tool, which is used to make a bigger core hole, usually used to make European style beads, kind of Pandora style beads, it's exactly the same principle. You need to really pinch the shaft right at the very start, and once the paper is caught, you pull on what's left of the strip as you turn the handle to keep it nice and taut. You will get used to this. It may seem a bit clumsy at first, but it doesn't take long to get used to, and you'll be rolling hundreds of beads in no time. This glue stick that I'm using is a decoupage glue stick, and when it was brand new it was fantastic. It was my favourite glue stick, but it's a bit old now, and unfortunately some of them did come a teeny bit unstuck at the end. So that's the 5mm one on the left and the 3mm one on the right. Now I did use the 3mm tool to complete this project because the threading material that I was using was okay to go through. Well, you'll see when I complete the project, you'll see why I was able to use the 3mm. So I'm just giving you another quick look here at rolling, and the strip that I've just rolled here is one of the offcuts from when I used the template. And if you think that your bead needs a bit more colour, you can do what I'm doing here. Take a bamboo stick and just roll it along the stamp pad. And you can see it's picking up colour here. And those are the beads that I'm working with. I think I used all of these except for 2. So the next thing you need to do is glaze the beads, and I use a piece of Oasis, which is usually used in floristry, and toothpicks that I have put oil on so that the beads don't stick when they're drying. So use the bamboo skewer, to hold the beads while I'm glazing, and here I am actually using nail polish, clear nail polish. I don't usually use nail polish. I usually use a glaze called Triple Thick, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, I didn't have any for this project, and I couldn't get any quickly enough, so I am using clear nail polish. Now, there's nothing wrong with clear nail polish. I'm just not sure how durable it is in the long term, whether it would go yellow or not, I don't know. So there are all mine drying on the Oasis. So I had these very cheap gold beads. They're not, they're just covered in plastic or whatever. So the ones on the right are 4mm and the ones on the left are 5mm. I decided to use the 5mm size and some 24 gauge gold beading wire. And what you need to do next is cut yourself 1 4-inch strip for every bead that you're going to use in whatever you are making. So just measure out 4 inches and then cut the rest of them, use that as a template. Just snip that off with wire cutters. You can use scissors, but it will blunt your scissors. The next thing, when you've cut all your strips, is to take your bead, whatever you've decided to use, and do exactly what I'm doing here. This part can be quite clumsy, and you just need to be patient and don't give up. So the trick that I use is to hold the beading wire very tightly in my left hand, because I'm right-handed, hold it very, very tightly, and then take these jewellery pliers and twist the two ends together. This looks quite clumsy here because I wouldn't usually have these in the position that you see here, but I'm holding them sort of further away from me than I normally would so that the camera can pick this up. Once you've done that, you need to pull the sides of the wire out so that the part that has been wrapped is actually in the middle, and then just do what I'm doing here. Pull the bead down to the end and just squash together so that that's in a loop. And you need to squash the other end sort of fairly flat to get it into the bead, and pull that right up so that the gold bead is right against the end. Now what you need to do here is take your pliers again and, holding the beading wire very tightly in your left hand, use the pliers with your right hand, or whichever hand you use, to nip the very tip, the very end, just nip that in so that you're going to be able to get that point into another 5mm gold bead like this. And when you've got that in there, use your thumbnail to pull out the sides of the wire. Use your thumbnails and then take your needle nose pliers, push them into the loop and open them up to shape that loop. And there you have your loop. And I've done all the ones that I'm going to use. And I actually threaded mine onto black leather thong. Now, I talked to you about being patient before. These are all the bits of wire that I messed up while I was trying to make the loop. So don't be discouraged. You will have your disasters. Just stop what you're doing and do it all over again, and don't give up. Just keep on going. Okay? So there's my beads on the black leather thong, and the beads in between that say love, live and laugh. You see here, this is one of my many bead trays that I have got. These are beads that I've made and never done anything with. They're just oddments, and I throw them all into boxes. I have hundreds of these boxes, and I went into that box to find beads that would be suitable to put in between the beads that I've just made, and that's what I found. I'd made these ages and ages ago, so I thought, oh well, okay, I'll use them because I had made them with the 5mm tool, and it was easy to get them onto the leather thong. So if you want to have a go at making beads like these ones, these are very basic beads that I designed myself. If you want to have a go at making beads like this from your own designs or junk mail that comes through the door, these two tools, as I said, I design and manufacture these myself, and they are available in my Etsy shop separately or with the template as a set. So if you want to make beads like these, make jewellery like this, this is the set that you need. And as I said, you can buy all of these items separately, the template, either one of the tools, or all of them together. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you get updates of all my films, and please do visit my website funcraftstodoathome.com. See you in the next video. Bye.